Hey everyone, welcome to today's episode of The Animated Thinker. Today we are discussing about Wabi-Sabi. It's like a it's like an ancient philosophy which I found very interesting, so let's get into it. At its core, Wabi-Sabi is a worldview that finds beauty in the imperfect, the transient and the unfinished. Now what it means is that it encourages people to appreciate the cracks in life, both literal and metaphorical, as part of the natural, inevitable process of existence. Now, in a culture that often glorifies perfection, often glorifies perfection, Wabi-Sabi teaches us that flaws are not just acceptable, but beautiful and meaningful. Now, this is like the theory behind Wabi-Sabi. Now, applying this mindset to our past can be transformative. Rather than dwelling on past mistakes as scars or failure, Wabi-Sabi urges us to see them as valuable lessons or natural parts of growth. Just as crack in pottery can be mended and appreciated through the Japanese practice of Kintsugi, where broken pottery is repaired with gold, our past mistakes can be integrated into who we are, making us more resilient and wise. The broken parts of our history are in fact what makes us unique. Now what this theory means is that, for example, let's say you've been a drug addict of some kind, so you can use that uh, part of your life from the past and use it to educate other peoples uh, on the risks and the potential hazards associated with that. If you lost your pet or something, or few pets, you could start an animal organization or donate something to that. You get the gist of it. Whatever bads happen to someone, the art of using that into improving yourself and those around you is like the wabi-sabi philosophy, and I found that very, very, very transformational in bringing solace to my life. And I really wanted to talk about it so it might be able to bring some value to yours. Now let's get deeper into it. It's associated with the power of acceptance, which is one of the most liberating aspects of wabi-sabi, is the emphasis on acceptance of imperfection and acceptance of the natural flow of life, including the passage of time. Now, in many ways, this contrasts with Western approaches to self-improvement, which often focuses on fixing what went wrong or overcoming past failures. Wabi-sabi, on the other hand, encourages a gentler, more compassionate approach to self-reflection. When thinking about the past, Wabi-Sabi teaches us to accept events as they are, without the need to change them. Rather than asking what if, or wishing things had turned out differently, Wabi-Sabi prompts us to focus on what now. By acknowledging that the past is an immutable part of our story, which means like it's an inseparable part of our story, we can free ourselves from the mental traps of regret and guilt using this mindset. It shifts the focus from fixing the unchangeable to accepting the imperfect, empowering us to live more fully in the present. Now, what do I mean by that? Whatever's happened, you really extract the juice out of it and you use it to move forward. Now, I know it sounds good in theory, but I can give you a practical example from my own life. I used to have a little bit of a smoking addiction problem, but ever since I accepted that it was a problem, I was able to get rid of it and move ahead. Same with, I had some issues with drinking related problem. I gained a lot of weight because of it. But as soon as I accepted it, I was able to move forward and let go of that. Now the next part of this philosophy is impermanence, which is the idea that nothing lasts forever. This too offers a profound perspective on how we think about the past. Often people get stuck reliving certain moments, whether they are painful or joyful. We either want to rewrite the negative events or hold on to the positive ones forever. But Wabi Sabi reminds us that all experiences, good or bad, are temporary. Nothing is permanent, including our emotions, relationships, and circumstances. Embracing impermanence allows us to stop clinging on to the past. We realize that even the most challenging or sorrowful moments will fade in time, just as moments of happiness and success inevitably will. Instead of yearning for what could have been or mourning what should have been, Wabi-Sabi teaches us to find peace in the fact that everything, even our struggles, is part of life's fleeting beauty. I mean, it's just so well organized. This should be taught in school. That's the way I felt when I came across it and started studying into it. Next is incompleteness, the journey over the destination. In a world that constantly pushes us toward achieving goals and completing things, Wabi-Sabi offers a counterbalance by celebrating incompleteness. According to Wabi-Sabi, life is never truly finished. It is a process of continuous growth, learning, and evolution. This idea can be particularly comforting when thinking about the past, as it encourages us to see our journey as ongoing rather than focusing on perceived failures or unmet expectations. So, in conclusion, I would say that it's really just harnessing this mindset of compassion and growth, which is really well written long ago by the Wabi-Sabi philosophy. Now, I mean, one could give it a fancy name and market it in a lot cooler way, have some models marketed to you through cool fancy cars, but the crust of it, it really drew me into it, and I really wanted to bring this knowledge to you. Maybe you can do some more deeper research and help me out by writing in the comments. So that's it for now. I'll see you in the next one.